Very grateful to be here, as always. Yeah, I have a lot of gratitude to Rapunzel's as a place to perform, and you could very honestly say that I, Chantez, was born here. You know, it's been kind of a rough year. This time of year, I tend to sort of feel sympathetic with Santa's elves. I work in the what do you call that? Corporate setting. And, you know, at this point, you know, working my butt off all year long, who is it that gets the credit? Some fat old white guy in a funny suit. Yeah! Yeah, so, you know, I'm with the elf. Solidarity, you know. Okay, but, you know, we can always hope for better things. We can wish. I'm not very good, actually, with wishes. I've had some really bad luck. Last time I went into this bar, and there's a guy in there, bartender, and a funny-looking lamp on the counter, and I walk in, and I want to light up my stogie, of course, so I say, honey, could you please flick your Bic for me? And he says, sure, lady, and he whips out this huge thing, you know, about a foot long, and I'm like, gee whiz, mister, what are you doing? That's a ridiculous lighter. He says, oh, you think that's funny? Well, you know, why don't you rub that lamp and make a wish and see what happens? So I'm like, okay, sure, you know, I'm going to be cautious because you know how wishes can backfire on you. So I rubbed the lamp and I'm like, give me $100. Phew! And whack, 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 all over the bar. There's like all these ducks, white ducks, mallard ducks, Muscovy ducks, flapping and quacking, and I had to get them out. And I'm like, phew. I look at the guy. I said, you know, I think your genie's a little hard of hearing. And he said, yeah, well, do you think I actually asked him for a 12-inch Bic? Well, speaking of wishes, I'm going to do a little number popularized by the great Bessie Smith. It's called I Want a Little Sugar in My Bowl. I need a little sugar in my bowl. Need a little bratwurst on my roll. Need a little loving, baby, oh so bad. I feel so lonely, I feel so sad. I need a little octane in my tank. Wanna start my engine, honey, just turn that crank. What's the matter, Papa? Won't you save your mama's soul? I need a little sugar in my bowl. Just slip a pat of butter on my rice. I just want a smear of something nice. Haven't had no loving in oh so long. That's why I'm a-singing this sad, sad song. Put a little cream cheese on my toast. Honey, now you know the treats I want the most. Come on, sweet papa, let's unwrap that jelly roll. I need a little sugar in my doggone it. I need some sugar, you know what I mean. I need a little sugar in my bowl. Santa, you know, do you know, have you ever wondered why the Mr. and Mrs. Claus don't have any children? Come on, I bet somebody knows that. Somebody knows the answer to that. Why don't the Clauses have any kids? Well, what do you expect when Santa only comes once a year? Okay, well, now I actually got Santa to stay at my place a little while once. That's a great accomplishment because you know he's very busy. I'll tell you what I did though. I got the freshly baked cookies, a cold glass of milk, and my very best marabou trim negligee, and I'm waiting, and I hear him coming down the chimney just after midnight. And he's grunting and scrabbling, and finally, poof, Santa pops out. I say, welcome Santa baby, Merry Christmas. He's like, thank you, Chantez, thank you very much. Boy, if I, that chimney's gotten tighter and tighter. My belt buckle, if I'd worn my big belt buckle, I wouldn't have gotten through. It was a tight squeeze. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, here, have your treats, and maybe you'll stay a while. And he's like, oh, no, honey, I gotta get right back on the road. So I unroll things a little bit. I'm like, Santa, come on, why don't you just stay a little bit? He's like, no, honey, I gotta get on with those presents. So I roll it down a little more. I'm like, come on, Santa, just a few more minutes. He's like, nope. Okay. I'm like, all right, Santa, just stay. And I drop the whole robe. And Santa looks at me, and he puts down the glass, and he's like, now, Chantez, how am I going to get back up that chimney? So that's how I got Santa to stay with me. I don't really put up with those infrequent visitors. Daddy dear, listen here, Mama's feeling blue. I don't see much of you, and that will never do. Once a week, Mama's cheek gets a kiss or two. I'm not showing you the door, but I must lay down the law. You've got to see Mama every night, or you won't see Mama at all. You gotta kiss Mama, treat her right, or she won't be home when you call. If you want my company, you can't 50-50 me. You gotta see Mama every night, or you can't see Mama at all. Monday night, you didn't phone. Tuesday night, I sat alone. Wednesday night, you didn't call. Thursday night, just the same old stall. You gotta see Mama every night, or you can't see Mama at all. Friday night, you dodged my path. Saturday night, you must have took your bath. Sunday night, you finally called on me, but you brought your wife and family. You gotta see Mama every night, or you can't see Mama at all. Now I don't want the kind of man operates on the installment plan. You gotta see Mama every night, or you can't see Mama at all. And I don't like the kind of a chic saddles his camel just once a week. You gotta see Mama